and welcome to a two-parts Let's Play of a Game Boy game called Max Trademark. Now, I don't know the plot of this one. I can't remember what it is at all because I played this when I was very young. Story is that I actually got this game from someone in trade of Gremlins 2. That was a long time ago though, when Game Boys were still in the sort of fashion. This is, well, basically it's more of a video on my plans and what I'm going to do and stuff like that. But I'll walk through some of this game afterwards, but basically what it is you go to levels and you have certain mechanics that you use. I'll explain them to begin with, then I'll divulge into what my plans are in the future of Let's Playing and stuff. So you are in this sort of space pod and you fire what looks like Tic-Tacs. You fire these Tic-Tacs at enemies and you get these power-ups like the one I just got. You only can get 3 of them. The second time you get it, no, the first time you get it, you get this diagonal shooting mechanic, and if you get another one, it gets a depressing flame ball, as I will show you. If you get hit, your armour falls off. Once your armour falls off twice, you are just yourself, which is a little boy in a little baseball cap. Why you would send a teenager to defeat aliens is beyond me, but you know, that's the plot. Everything near enough wants to kill you, so you just got to watch out. So in this lovely mechanical robot device thing that I am in, or Max, you have a plunger which you press up, and you can press up again to get to the next platform. And if you fall down a pit, you get a lifesaver, which is a jetpack, which will last for a little time before falling down to the death. Anyway, that's what I mean by depressed fireball. I mean, it's got a face, but it's not smiling, it's not mad, it's just indecisive. But this is what I mean by you fall, you get a jetpack. Right, now I've got the basic mechanics of the game from the alien planet and this hero teenager trying to defeat the alien race, including Mrs. Pac-Man for some reason. I will get on to what I was going to talk about. My future of Let's Plays is basically I've got capture cards for my 360 and to try and stream some PS2 games. Sadly, the cable which the capture card came for the HDMI converter for the PlayStation 2 broke. So I've got to wait for one of them to come in the mail, which shouldn't take too long, and then I've got a little treat for you guys. A game which the music has been sticking in my head for a very long time. So that is going to be my next play. Just a hint, he's orange. As for 360 games, I don't really have that many, and this is why I haven't got many games and why I've been using emulators. Years ago, I used to have a big collection of Sega Mega Drive, Sega Master System, Game Gear, Game Boy Advance, some DS games, Sega Saturn and PlayStation 1 games. Some PlayStation 2 as well, but not many, luckily. What happened was I went to meet my ex-girlfriend up in Leicester. And upon returning, my mother left the window open, and a band of thieves who I knew and luckily got prosecuted, but all the stuff got sold, stole all my games, all my game consoles, jewellery and everything. I had to literally start again, but I was so annoyed and upset at the fact that I lost a lot, and I mean a lot, of equipment and games, that I decided, nah, I'm not going to do it for a while. Now, coming this time, I've thought, yeah, I will do it again, but times are hard, trying to find a job while I'm doing this, but I'm hoping this will actually eventually be one of my jobs. Hoping. I'm not saying it will, because it is very hard to be a Let's Player. I do know that, and I also know it's a pipe dream. You've got to get the views, you've got to get the subscribers, I know that, but for the time being, I'm doing this for fun. But I'm hoping to stream quite a lot, and I'm hoping to give much more entertainment to my subscribers. Oh look, we've got a predicament here. Every time I fire, he jumps over it. I know. Let's let him go that way, and then I'll shoot him. So, yes, that is my plans. I've also, unfortunately, I wanted to play a bunch of PlayStation 1 games, as the PlayStation 1 was my biggest library. And sadly, the capture device that I've got does not support PlayStation 1 games. So I'm either going to have to cough up for a PlayStation 3 and download them off the PlayStation Network, or I'm going to have to get a PlayStation 1, a capture card for a PlayStation 1, and yeah, I'm probably going to get a PlayStation 3. But I'll let you guys know about that, because at the moment I can still do PlayStation 2 games. And like I said, an orange person is going to be coming up soon. I think you can already guess who it is. Back to this game. So yes, we are firing pellets, and it's pretty much a platform shooter game. Years ago, it took me forever to complete this, because after these stages, there can be some really bad ones, but your main enemy in this game is bottomless pits. There is a few bad enemy placements, but yeah, it's not too bad. Everything is pretty much easy to avoid. There's no fast enemies in this, apart from the charging cars and maybe the dick move cannonballs here and there, but that's about it. So I think this is the second stage. And another thing, obviously where it's a Game Boy game, the music is not that great. But, you know, what can we really do? In that era, there wasn't really that much music to begin with, but it will stick in your head, I'm sure. So, coming up to the boss now, and what could it be? The first one was a mutant plant thing, looked like a Joker plant, and this just looks like, what the hell is this? It's like a dog cocking up to go for a piss. In a couple of shots, this guy should die in a second. I love when you actually complete the level and the enemy explodes. You are invulnerable, so it doesn't matter how many bullets hit you, it just straight up doesn't do anything. Right, now we are in a sort of alien planet area with killer bees. Alien killer bees. Oh, how can you make killer bees even more threatening? You put alien in it. How can you make rabbits more threatening? You put alien in it. How can you make a flying hive more threatening? You put wings on it and call it an alien. Yes, alien is apparently the theme here, and it's meant to be the scariest. I don't know what that is. I would guess that's meant to be me, but I don't know why it's like that. So we've got these lampposts which you can grab onto, but the first three stages are pretty simple, to be fair. But yeah, I will go back to... Oh, yes, another thing which happened, and I am sorry, I am going to insult them a bit. My video recording program is called Movavi, or Movavi, I don't know what it is, it's Movavi. I loved this program, I was so happy with it, but they tried to force me to get an update, which I complained about, obviously. Didn't get anywhere, so I bought the update. The update has less features than the old one. But at least I can actually have I can get sync videos and it not lagging and jumping all over the place. But there are certain features that you need for a Let's Play. For one of them, it's a picture-to-picture feature, which is basically you get a picture onto your video and you put it into the corner of your screen to show off something. Well, unfortunately, this version doesn't have it. Also, its microphone isn't that great. I mean, I have to put it at max volume 400, but unfortunately, I'm on budget. I can only afford this sort of thing. I mean, it was even a fight for me to pay for this one, which was £30, but the version before that was £30 as well, and I only bought that 3 months ago, so I feel a bit scammed there. But hopefully when I get a new job or I become a gamer, YouTuber, I'll be able to afford decent equipment for myself. I haven't had any editing skills, I just go on what I'm actually doing myself. If it's bad, I'm sorry, but if you enjoy it, well, there you go. Right, now we're on to this boss. If I remember right, a robot snake. Not really that much of a problem. Pro tip is to always keep this depressing fireball, because it hits an enemy about 3 or 4 times when you shoot. Now, I'm making this incredibly hard for myself, when all I really have to do is go under it and shoot him, but I decided not to, but luckily it worked, so hey, there we go. Just to note also, I have taken this from one of my old channels. I tried to do this a while ago, but I didn't have the confidence to be a Let's Player. But I decided, you know what, I'm actually going to go for it, because, you know, other people like different things, so I thought, yeah, why not, let's go for it. The area with pterodactyls and enemies like squid, so yeah, this is obviously a water level. An alien squid, oh, see, you just put alien in it, and it sounds so much worse. So, alien zombies, oh, now that sounds terrifying. Like I said, the music's not that great. You got pterodactyls shitting bombs at you, and you got these squids firing, I don't know, ink blobs at you, and oh wait.
It looks like a homing shot! That 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 looks like a homing shot! Looks like a homing shot! That looks like a homing shot! And shut up!
And these enemies which give you homing shots, which you have to avoid, which can be a bit of a pain. Oh, Sonic Generations, you were the best Sonic game to date, and then you went downhill with Sonic Lost Worlds and Sonic Boom. I will never understand Sega's decisions. They are so bad, it's unreal. I know they try and go for the new ideas, but they should have gone the Nintendo route, which is basically your same franchises with a bit of difference, and keep all your old franchises into perspective. Because they got Streets of Rage. Amazing game! Oh my god! And I found out not too long ago that Fighting Force was actually a Streets of Rage prototype. Streets of Rage would have done it. Golden Axe I know had a release, and I think Toe Jam and Earl did, but there are so many good games like Shinobi. Oh my god! That game, the bosses were just like, seriously, WTF? I mean, Godzilla? What the hell? It's so weird. Oh, and here we go, we're coming to the boss of this one, which is, I don't know what you want to call this thing. I call it Robot Floating Head. So, like one of those scuba things, but a robot version, and it's in a, I don't know, some sort of pot. So strange. Anyway, that is the end of part 1, guys. I will see you in the final part. Bye.